Have you ever won an award? Maybe Employee of the Month? Feels good, right? Burundi has been named the world's poorest country and the world's most unhappy country. This isn't just a statistic. They are not their labels. Let's take a journey to this small, landlocked country in the heart of Africa. Think about your day. Maybe you grabbed a coffee, bought lunch, streamed a movie, $50, $100, gone in a day. Now hold that thought. The average person in Burundi lives on less than $300 a year, not a month, a year. What you spend on a weekend brunch is what a family in Burundi survives on for 365 days. Every need, food, water, shelter, medicine, school fees, comes from that tiny amount. There's no room for error, no treat-yourself days. Every coin is survival. This isn't about missing luxuries, it's about missing basics. If your child gets sick, you don't just go to the clinic. You ask, can I afford the bus fare, the medicine? Often the answer is no. School? Even if it's free, uniforms and books cost money. $10 could be 2 weeks' food. These are the impossible choices they face daily. So when we say Burundi is the poorest country, it's not abstract. It's a grinding, daily reality. We live in a world of abundance and choices. They live in a world of scarcity and none. Understanding this gap is the first step to understanding their story. It's a story of making the impossible possible, every day, with almost nothing. And yet, they keep going. That's the real story. That's what we need to see. What does a typical day look like for a family in Burundi? It starts before sunrise. The first task, fetching water. Not from a tap, but a long walk. Kilometers, often by women and children, carrying heavy jerry cans. The water is for everything. Drinking, cooking, cleaning. And they'll likely make the trip more than once. By the time many of us are sipping coffee, a Burundian mother has already completed a marathon. Breakfast, if there is one, is a small portion of porridge. For most, it's the only guaranteed meal. Then, work. For over 90% of Burundians, that means farming. Subsistence farming, with hand tools, on steep hillsides. Their survival depends on the rain and the health of their small crop. Children often work alongside parents. School is a dream, but uniforms and books are a huge barrier. Many children spend their days helping the family survive. Childhood is cut short by responsibility. As the sun sets, the family gathers in their small, often mud brick home. There may or may not be an evening meal. No electricity. Darkness falls quickly. They huddle together, talking quietly, hoping tomorrow will be better. This is the rhythm of life. A daily battle for survival. It's a cycle that's hard to break. But every day they try. That's resilience. That's Burundi. No country becomes the poorest by accident. Burundi's story is tangled in its history. Colonialism, first Germany, then Belgium, amplified ethnic divisions between Hutu and Tutsi, planting seeds of resentment. Independence in 1962 brought a fractured society, not unity. Decades of political instability, coups, and civil war followed. Neighbors turned against neighbors. Millions were killed or displaced. War destroys everything: lives, infrastructure, hope. Even after the war ended, challenges remained. Burundi is small, landlocked, with few resources. Its economy depends on agriculture, especially coffee, but prices are unstable. Add a rapidly growing population, simmering political tensions, and climate change, unpredictable rains, soil erosion, and you have a perfect storm. It's a relentless combination of history, geography, and politics that keeps Burundi trapped in poverty. But the people endure. To understand Burundi, meet Jean-Pierre, a father of 4, a farmer, a man of quiet strength. Every morning, he walks to his rented plot, working the soil with a single hoe, praying for rain. His dream isn't for riches. He wants his children to finish school, a chance he never had. The war stole his education. He remembers hiding, hearing things no child should. He wants his children to read, to have a future beyond the farm. But last year, heavy rain washed away half his crops. The family went hungry. His daughter Elodie dropped out of school because he couldn't afford the fee. It broke his heart. But he didn't give up. He took extra jobs, carrying bricks, anything to earn a few francs. Jean-Pierre's story is the story of millions of fathers in Burundi, immense love, quiet sacrifice, holding on to a dream against impossible odds. He's not just a farmer, he's a warrior, fighting poverty with his hands and hope. His promise to his children is a promise for a better Burundi. One seed, one day at a time. That's what keeps him going. That's what keeps Burundi going. Hope, even when it's hard. That's the real legacy. If fathers are warriors, mothers are the architects of survival. Meet Marie, mother of 5. Her day begins before dawn, walking for water, her youngest on her back. She turns a handful of beans and flour into a meal for 7. She knows which wild plants are edible, a skill passed down for generations. Marie is the family's doctor, using traditional remedies when medicine is out of reach. She's the emotional anchor, singing to her children, telling stories to distract from hunger, encouraging them to dream. She started a savings group with other women, a few coins each week, a lifeline in emergencies. Marie's dream is simple: safety, health, a roof that doesn't leak, maybe a goat for milk. These are not grand ambitions, just the basics. Marie, and millions like her, are the silent heroes of Burundi. They are the heart that keeps hope alive. With all this hardship, you might think Burundi is a place of despair. But look closer. You'll find laughter, music, and joy in unexpected places. The people of Burundi haven't let their circumstances extinguish their spirit. On Sundays, villages fill with singing and community. After church, people gather, share what little they have. Children make soccer balls from plastic bags, play games with stones and sticks. Their laughter echoes through the hills. Music and dance are woven into Burundi's soul. The Abatimbo drummers' rhythms are a celebration of life and pride. When the drums play, people dance. In that moment, burdens fall away. This resilience is Burundi's greatest resource. It's the farmer who plants again after a flood, the mother who sings to her child, the community that rebuilds together. This isn't happiness as we define it, it's hope. Even in the hardest times, there's always a reason to smile, sing, and dance. That's the spirit of Burundi. That's what endures. After hearing all this, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, but you don't have to solve everything. The first step, care. Don't turn away. See the people of Burundi as fellow humans who deserve dignity and a chance. Your attention matters. When you care, you create a ripple effect. Learn and share. Talk about Burundi. Share this story. When a country is labeled the poorest, it becomes invisible. You can fight that. Educate yourself about their challenges and their culture. Knowledge is the enemy of apathy. If you can, give. Organizations on the ground are empowering people, helping farmers, supporting women's groups, getting kids back in school. A small donation can go a long way. A school uniform, a goat, a chance. But this isn't about guilt. It's about connection. We're all part of a global community. The coffee you drink might come from a farmer like Jean-Pierre. Helping them isn't just charity, it's investing in our shared humanity. It's about building a world where a child's future isn't determined by where they're born. It starts with one person deciding to care. It starts with you. That's how change begins. That's how hope grows. We've journeyed to Burundi. We've seen the heavy titles, the daily struggles, and the fire of their dreams. We've met Jean-Pierre and Marie, heard the laughter of their children. Behind the label of poorest and unhappiest is a story of strength, love, and unbreakable spirit. The people of Burundi aren't asking for pity, they're asking to be seen. They're working every day to build a better future. Planting seeds, teaching hope, holding communities together. The question is, what's our part? Will we look away, or will we look back? This isn't the end of the story. It's an invitation. Keep Burundi in your thoughts. Let their story give you perspective, gratitude, and a call to action. Let's change the narrative. When people hear Burundi, let them think of drummers, green hills, and unbreakable spirit. Let them think of hope. The story of Burundi is still being written. and we all have a chance to help write the next chapter. Let's make it a good one.